Welcome back to Dear Heather. This is another mini series of where I'm just going to kind of talk about what's on my mind. And I might upset some people with this one too today. I don't know, and I'm sorry in advance if I do. Uh okay. If you don't know, I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom, meaning I my son's dad is not in the picture. He's always had, an in to meet my son and be around my son. It's a long story. I think I'm gonna do that on another clip, so I don't wanna get too much into that. But I was thinking about what single mom actually means, and I was having a conversation with one of my really close girlfriends about this. There's different types of single moms, and I have a pet peeve a little bit that I wanna talk about. And it's about the single moms that claim heavily that they're single moms, but they still have the support from their ex or their baby father, or, it's more of a co parent lifestyle where your kids go 50-50, or at least every now and then, to the significant other's place, the other parent of the children or child. I didn't have financial help. I didn't have mental help. I didn't have any help from my son's dad. And there's many reasons. Again, I'll talk about that in a different episode. But there's nothing that bothers me more when I'm sitting with a group of women and they are talking about how hard their life is as a single mom. But I know damn well that they have a partner or an ex-partner that takes 50% of that brunt, financially or even time-wise, or they can call them if there's an emergency and that other parent has to be there. I didn't have that. It was me and my son, financially, mentally, like I said, all the things. However, I had a great support system. I had and have very close friends that I can count on. My family helped me the first, 5 years heavily. I think I lived with my dad the first couple years, or maybe first year before I bought my house, and was able to have my own life with my son. So that's another category. Single moms without the help of the parent of their child, the other parent of their child, but have family support and friend support, so I'm not gonna be left hanging dry. Like, I know if I was in an emergency, I can call my mom, my stepdad, my dad, my stepmom. I can call friends, and they would be there for me. So I never really had to be this next category of person or mom that I would like to talk about, that I think gets the ultimate applause, which is the women that have children that have no support, not from their children's or child's father, but they don't even have family. They don't have friends that they can really rely or count on. They're doing it 100% themselves. I can't imagine what that would feel like. And so I really want to give applause to those women that do this every single day, and you're doing it alone, because I know how scary it was when I was trying to raise my son and still had family support. I didn't want to ask for family support ever, because this is something that my life brought to me, and that's not what anybody else signed up for. And so I'm not a good I'm not the type of person to ask for help. I'm a very independent person. For my first couple years having my son, I needed it. Didn't expect to have a son, number one. Didn't find out I was pregnant until I was 5 months pregnant. So it all hit very fast, and I had to think fast. And but going back into just what really bothers me, and I do have a part of my heart that does empathize with women that are going through like divorces and they still have their child's other parent in the mix, because it can overcomplicate things. I've heard of different issues that I didn't have to experience. I don't have to fight with that significant other or ex significant other. I don't have to wheel and deal times, like that can get very complicated too. And I'm not saying that isn't difficult in its own right, but please be very mindful of when you're talking about what a single mom means. To me, a single mom is one that is doing it alone without the co-parent. If you are divorced and you are technically a single mom, yes, you're a single mom, but you are a co-parent at that point in time. You are a co-parent. And that still gives a lot of help, and that gives a little bit more than what a true single parent has, which is not a lot of resources and not a lot of help. It's very scary and it's a very demanding job. And that is just speaking from somebody that had family support. So again, going back to the women that have no one, I don't know how you guys do it. I think that you guys need to get a lot more praise. And I think systematically, the government, your state, anything that could help true single moms to make it easier. I think we need to start talking about that and what would actually help a true single mom that really has no one. No one. And I'm talking about like WIC or food stamps or any of that. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it being more of a holistic picture of helping women that really have nowhere to turn, because sometimes these programs don't really help the women. They're not helping the women get ahead. And we need to figure that out, or like have a stable security system of if an emergency happens, there needs to be some kind of system where the state can step in, or however that would work, where there is an emergency service that can help go pick up your child, or be with that single mom when she is at her wit's end and she needs to get in the bathroom and cry herself and scream to herself because she's overwhelmed. That is totally normal. And so these women are strong, very strong. So if you know a true single woman, I hope that you see this and you text that person right now and just give them props for everything that they are doing, because they don't have the time to tell you everything that they're going through. And they're not going to burden you because they've been doing this for as they know that they're strong enough to do this. So that is just a whole other level of a person that I want to applaud it so much. And now there's the other category, men that have taken on being the sole parent without the mother involved. I cannot give enough props to a man that steps up for the sole love that they have for their child or children, and they just make it happen, and they won't ever ask for help. They won't ever ask for sympathy or empathy or any of those things that they find that rewarding in itself. They're the protector. And so men, the single fathers out there, the true single fathers out there that are doing this alone, major praise to you. Major praise to you. Because there are fathers out there that have children that they're not even trying. I am sitting in the seat of being in a relationship like that. I don't blame my son's dad, because there are other things that have happened to him, and I just don't think that he was equipped or given the tools that he needed to have. And I honestly feel bad for him because he's losing out. I don't look at it as like, I'm very grateful I'm a single parent because I get to make the decisions. My son's like the easiest child on this planet, and he makes being a mom just easy. And so, again, there's so many different pockets of being a parent. And I just hope that you can take a step back and realize exactly what pocket you fall into, especially as Mother's Day is coming in to the equation and we're giving praise to the people that are really doing a good job. And I'm not saying that if you are a single parent or a single co-parent that your life isn't hard. I'm not saying that. It could probably be even harder than mine at times. But let's like really get the definition straight. A single parent is not a co-parent. A co-parent is a co-parent. Sorry if I'm pissing you off right now, but it really, really bothers me when I hear this. To all the mothers out there and the fathers that are the mothers, I love you all. I can't wait to keep bringing up these topics so we can talk about them. And I want your opinions too. Like, cuss me out. Tell me what I did wrong, because I am in the business of growth. I want to know where I might be delulu. Because I'm not always right. I don't know. I'm just talking about what's in here and in here. And I will always continue to do that. And my opinion on things might change a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now. I don't say something and then I have to stick to it. No, I stay true to where I'm at mentally and what I've grown from, what I've learned from. So who knows? We might have this conversation another couple weeks after I get blown up on social media. I don't know. But curious about your opinions on this. And if you're a true single mom that's going through it and have ideas on what resources might be beneficial to help you get through, like think outside the box because this is the time. I think systematically things are imploding and I think it's time to rebuild the way we want to see it. And I have no problem being the leader in that. I just need to know what is truly needed. I mean, I have my own ideas, but it really does take a village to make change. So please share your thoughts and ideas with me. I can't wait to hear it. I love you all, no matter what kind of parent you are. If you're a parent, you're amazing if you're doing a good job. I mean, what is good job? I don't even know. But you know, if your intent is good as being a parent, then you're doing a good job. I think I'm going to leave it there because I have nothing left to say on that. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. All right, you guys, that's a wrap on this one, but the conversation doesn't end here. It just can't. So here's how you become part of the movement. Share this episode with someone who needs it. Follow the show so you're always in the room when it matters. Drop a review. It's how new people find us. And tag me on social media because I want to know what hit you, what challenged you, and what you're going to do differently because of it. We're not just talking about change. We're building it one episode, one conversation, one person at a time. I'm Heather Godby. This has been Dear Heather. Let's change the world one discussion at a time.